So, that's never a good sign. Okay, so apparently she made a huge mess of Okay, so this is like take 2 on the book thing. So I don't know how many people follow along with my career. Probably not very many because like I'm not that popular. Well, I've tried. Okay, so I've had like 3 bestsellers that have been like national bestsellers or like international bestsellers. But I have never been able to make like the USA Today or the New York Times list, which I've always wanted to do because it is really, I mean, you know, you talk about being a little fish in a big pool. I'm like a tiny, tiny, tiny minnow swimming with whales out there. I mean, I published my first book. Oh geez, it was back in like 2007 or 2008, like about a decade ago. And I went through not a traditional publisher because it was an erotic romance. And so I went through a publisher that specialized in like erotic romance. And I was so excited to get accepted by them. And then a year went by and I never got a paycheck. And there were always excuses, and like, I wasn't really good with communication. I didn't really know what I should be doing or what my rights were, kind of, because it was my first book and I had like no idea what I was doing. So I just kept going with it and kept trying. I think I published, I can't remember if it was 2 or 3 books through them. And then it was just a really bad experience. And when I got my rights back, I just pulled everything back, and I wasn't sure if I was going to ever publish again. But then the indie publishing started getting really big, and so I ended up self-publishing in 2011, and I think I published like half a dozen books that year, maybe more, and they did surprisingly well. It wasn't enough to retire on, but it was surprisingly well, considering the competition that was already in the field. I probably should have gone independently at the beginning, but it did really well. And so like I just kept going and kept self-publishing, and I did end up with 3 bestsellers. I'm not talking about just Amazon bestsellers because that's really, really easy to do. I'm talking about like international, national bestsellers. I've got both of my series have been translated into let's see, Spanish, Portuguese, and there's another language. Oh my gosh, I'm really bad at this, can you tell? I think a few books in Italian, a few books in a few other languages, but mostly Spanish and Portuguese. So they're in 3 different languages now, and they've done really well. So I decided, since I haven't been able to get the USA or the New York Times, I decided to really make an effort with that. And I met this great, amazing group of girls, of women, writers, authors, I'm sure there's probably men in there too, who specifically get out and go for it, and they market directly for the list, the big list that everybody wants to get on. And it's really important to get on these lists, because if you can't get, I mean, as an author, I mean, I realize that what people don't know is that you're not going to make thousands and millions of dollars on hitting the list. But it gives you the opportunity to put that title over your name. And then when people are just scrolling through looking for something to read randomly, and they see that you've got that title, they're more likely to buy your book and to give you an opportunity, give you a chance to win them over. So it is kind of important. You know, if you want to be in this business for the long run and not just for like a quick cash grab, which I see a lot of right now. The market is so saturated with people who think that they can just put whatever crap out there and make money on it. And then it's so saturated with just garbage books that people don't want to give new authors a try. They want to stick with the people they know, the people they trust, because they're afraid they're going to buy a book and it's just going to be crap and they're going to hate it, and then they're going to feel like they've lost their, you know, that they were scammed. So it's really, you know, it's important now, more important now than it was before, to really have a title, to have some claim to the market, something that tells people, hey, you can trust my books, you can give them a try, you know, these people all liked it. They liked it enough to give me a title. They liked it enough to give me recognition for it. So if that many people like it, there's a chance you'll like it too. And it won't be a scam. It won't be something that you're going to regret. So I joined this group going after one of these lists, and I mean, we gave it everything we had. I mean, at least I did. I sunk money into it, of my own personal money, and worked my tail off on multiple platforms, social media and everything, to try to get that title that I've always wanted. And we didn't make it. We totally failed. So it was really, really discouraging. And I have been debating on a lot of stuff, like, because it's so hard for me right now. My arthritis is so bad. I've got rheumatoid arthritis and osteoarthritis, which I know I haven't talked about a lot. It's so bad right now that even just trying to hold the phone steady, it's shaking. I can see because the pain is so bad in my hands. So writing is getting a lot harder for me. And I'm going to need to start doing something like the Dragon Natural Speaking or something else to try to stay in this industry. And I need to be consistent, but it's really hard right now because it's hard to write, because of the pain, and because of a 4-year-old who demands so much of my time. So I don't know. It's been really hard to stay motivated, especially failing on something that we tried so hard on. And there were reasons, you know, there's a lot of stuff that happened, and I'm not going to go into detail on that. There was, you know, I have my own theories on why we didn't make the list. But I've been thinking a lot about it, and if I'm going to make this work, I really need to make it work. This is my legacy for my girls. This is how I am able to do all these fun things for my daughter. And I really need to keep going. I really need to try. This is my job, basically, aside from my work as a mother. So I need to keep trying, but it's been really, really hard to stay motivated, and I don't know. I guess I just need to keep trying and keep working at it. And I found another group, and we're going to try again. Actually, it's a lot of the same people, but the people that I really liked from the first group, and then a few new people that are real go-getters. And so I'm really hoping this time that it works and that we are able to reach our goals. I've got a fantastic book that I finished actually a few years ago that we're going to use. So, oh my gosh, I'm hoping this time that the second time's a charm. I know 3 times a charm, but if I don't make it this time, I'm going to keep trying. I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to have to just suck it up and keep trying, but I really, really hope I make it this time. So stay tuned and subscribe if you haven't already, and hopefully I can make the list this time, and hopefully you will be there to see it and to share my joy. And I'll tell you what, I will do a surprise. I will do a big giveaway if I make the list. I'm going to do something totally epic, okay? So keep watching, subscribe, stay tuned, and wait for those videos, because I'm going to do something totally epic, a big, huge giveaway, and maybe you'll be the winner, because I don't have a lot of subscribers yet, so you never know. So good odds. So all right guys, thanks for watching, and I better go pick up my baby. It looks like it's time. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to y'all again later.
Please give video thumbs up and like and subscribe.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.